Hello everyone. Today we discuss about delegation, its concept, importance in business studies. So this lesson deals with delegations of authority. Top management cannot cope with all problems and issues in organization. It does not, so more important issues may not get adequate and concentrated attention. Naturally, delegation of task, authority, and power becomes imperative. However, overall responsibility of delegated task rests with the delegators. Delegate cannot be made a scapegoat. The objectives of this lesson is to focus on the concept, process, forms, and importance of delegations in a business organization. Principle and elements of delegation also form a part of lesson. This lesson throws light also on the barriers to delegation and the measures to overcome those barriers. Students will be able to know about the concept of centralizations and decentralizations in an organization, as also about the process, importance, and limitations of decentralizations in organization. Now, delegation helps in coordinating organizational activities at various organizational levels. It's important way of increasing efficiency of the organization. It helps managers concentrate on important organizational matter and pass the routine matters to subordinates. Meaning and features of delegation. If all organizational activities, strategic and routine could be managed by one person, the need for formal organization structure with different functional departments, staffed with people of different uh, calibre carrying out different activities would not arise, since it is possible because of the physical and mental limitations for any person to perform all activities with respect to all functional areas. It becomes essential that he gives part of his workload to subordinate along with authority to carry out the assigned task. Any type of task cannot be assigned to subordinate. Managers have to choose between tasks that can be performed by subordinates and those which have to be carried out by them only. Thus, the entire workload is divided into various units. A part of is assigned to subordinates and authority is given to them to carry out the assigned task. This concept of division of work and assignment to people down the scalar chain is called delegation. Delegation is a process the manager uses in attributing work to the subordinates. Management is defined as the art of getting things done through others, and managers can get others to do things only if they delegate them the authority and responsibility. Delegation is one of the important skill a manager should possess to effectively manage its organization. So, how will a manager delegates determine how will he can manage? Delegation relieves manager of their burden and creates healthy atmosphere in the organization. Companies identify the capabilities of their managers by judging their skills in how effectively they can get the work done through others by the process of delegation. Now, an individual is only one manpower, single handed, he can accomplish only so much in a day. The only way he can achieve more is through delegation, through dividing his load and sharing his responsibilities with others. Now, the assignment of part of a manager's work to others, along with both the responsibility and authority necessary to achieve expected results. Delegation is the process by which a manager assigns task and authority to subordinates with accept responsibility for those jobs. Now, features of delegations. Delegation is a process managers delegate tasks to subordinates in a subsequential orders of step. Ongoing process. Delegation is a continuous process. Managers continue to delegate tasks to their subordinates and get them delegated by their superior to achieve the organizational goals. It's an it's an art, not science. Delegating tasks to subordinate does not necessarily mean that subordinates will perform these tasks well. There is no cause and effect relationship between the task assigned to subordinates and their actual performance. Delegation is thus not a science. It's an art of how well and what the manager delegates to his subordinates. Delegation is thus an art. Delegation of authority and not accountability. Managers can only delegate work and authority to perform that work to the subordinates. Delegation does not mean that managers are not accountable to their superiors for the part of tasks assigned to subordinates. They remain accountable for the tasks assigned to subordinates and are answerable to their superiors for its importance. Necessary organizational activity. Managers cannot avoid delegations. They cannot perform all the tasks themselves. They have to learn the art of delegations, that is, how to delegate and what to delegate. Companies' performance is judged by how good their managers are getting the work done through others by the process of delegation. It has different form. Delegation can take different form. It can be downwarded, upward, or lateral. What should be delegated? Managers exercise great degree of care before initiating the process of delegation. If routine jobs are retained by them and important matters are delegated, the entire process of delegation becomes ineffective. The manager, therefore, must determine the authority and responsibility that must be retained by them and what which should be delegated. The authority and responsibility which he retained for his own performance is called reversed responsibility, and managers cannot effectively delegate responsibility and authority for initiating and making final decisions for planning, organizing, coordinating, motivating, and controlling the activities and positions that report to them. Now, preparing various types of plans, single use or multiple use strategic plans, policies, procedures, rules, etc., cannot be delegated to subordinates. These are the activities of supreme importance for the organizations, and managers cannot delegate them to subordinate. These are the base which provide meaning and substance to the organization. Though not delegated, managers can seek assistance of their line and staff managers in framing these plans, which organizing determines the framework of the organization structure, will well defined authority and responsibility relationships amongst various individuals at various levels. The base for providing structure to an organization, whether functional or divisional or matrix, is again a sole responsibility of managers and cannot be delegated to subordinates. The kind of people to be recruited, selected, trained, placed on different jobs, the kind of leadership style to be adopted, the measures of reward uh, or coercions used as motivational factors are the important business decisions that cannot be delegated to subordinates. These are thus the importance areas of management where delegation will not prove to be effective. What then are the areas where delegation will be effective? With reference to overall plans and objectives of the organizations, the important managerial functions of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling are looked by managers themselves, and routine activities with respect to each functional areas of production, finance, personnel, and marketing should be delegated to subordinates. That is, responsibility entrusted to lower level managers should be handling the routine job in the specific functional area. In the financial department, for example, the source of raising funds, designing the capital structure, determining the optimum debt equity ratio, and approaching front between fixed and current assets are determined by the top managers. Once decided the routine matters of accepting applications, returning excess funds, and issuing share certificates to shareholders can be delegated to lower level managers. If funds are raised by means of issue of shares, launching a new product, planning a market survey, and feasibility and project report are done by top managers, but actually conducting the feasibility studies and market surveys is delegated to lower level managers. Once responsibilities to be delegated are determined, authority to carry out these or those responsibilities must also be delegated. The authority must be commensurate with responsibilities so that subordinates can effectively discharge their obligations or duties. The matters which are of routine nature for top managers are of major importance for subordinates, and they need to be delegated authority to carry out those responsibilities. So that's the end of the video, my friends. If you like my blogs, please subscribe my channel. I need your support. And in the next episode, I will discuss about process of delegation in business studies. Thanks a lot for watching my videos. Good day.